previous video, we discussed the rules of logarithm. Today, we'll be looking at how we can apply these rules in solving problems. And if you have not watched the previous video, try and do so that you will connect with what we are going to do right now. The first question says, without using table, simplify log of 3 base 9 plus log of 243 base 9 plus 2 log 3 base 9. Remember the first rule of the logarithm that we discussed last time, that we said that log of m base a was equal to b to power x, and log of n base a was equal to b to power y. Then we said that log of m base a plus log of n base a is the same thing as b to power x multiplied by b to power y. And since they have the same base, b and b, then we added the power. So that is what we are going to employ here. We have to reduce this. Since this is 3, this is 3. Let's reduce this so that it can be 3. So we can add the power. In that case now, this and this will be multiplication. Remember that addition in a logarithm will give you the multiplication. Multiplication will give you what? Addition. Subtraction will give you division, while division will give you what? Subtraction. Always have that at the back of your mind. So in that case, we have that log of 3 plus log of what? 3 2. What will we multiply 3 times in order to get 243? That will be 5. We have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. We have 3 times 3 9 times 3 27 times 3 81 multiplied by 3 243. So that we will have this, that is 3 to power 5, 1 2 3 4 5, plus, remember that when we have this, we bring the 2 up to this place, it becomes power. So we have log 3 to power 2. Now the next thing we have to do is to write this as a single logarithm. So we have that log 3 plus 9 multiplied by 3 to power 5 multiplied by 3 to power 2. Then in this case, since they are of the same base, multiplying each other, what we have is to add the powers. This is to power 1, this is to power 5, this is to power 2. So we have 1 plus 5 plus 2, and that will give us 8. And that is the answer. I hope it's understandable. Question number 2. We have simplified this. This step is the same thing as log. I hope at this point it is clear. Then here we will try and write it as a single logarithm. Remember, by writing it as a single logarithm, the addition will change to multiplication, while the subtraction will change to division. Let's go. And that is that, because this power 2 applies to everything in brackets. So 4 to power 2 is 16, and x to power 2 is x squared. Okay, what is the next thing we have to do? Remember that this 16x to power 2 is the same thing as 16 multiplied by x to power 2. So what do we have to do? Let's bring this x square up. So in that case now we have that this will be the same thing as what? X to power 2 plus 3 minus 2. When this square comes up, it will take negative sign. Don't forget to carry out our logarithm. 16. Okay, so at this point we will have that this will be log x to power 3 over 16, and that will be our answer. Let's look at question number 3. Find the values of x which satisfy the equation. We have log of x squared plus 4 base 10 is equal to 2 plus log of x base 10 minus log of 20 base 10. What do we have to do first? Let's couple the right hand side. But for us to couple the right hand side, we have to write the logarithmic of these two. Remember that the logarithmic of 2 is equal to log 10, that is log 100 base 10, that is 2. So with this now we can couple, and with this and the rule of logarithm we can couple the right hand side. So remember that when writing this as a single logarithm, that the addition will turn to multiplication while subtraction will turn to division. So we have, since the logarithmic form of 2 is 100, we have that 100 multiplied by x divided by 2 is equal to this. This is just what we have written as a single logarithm. So now 20 into itself is 1, 20 into 100 is 5. So this will give us what? Log 5x base 10. That's what the right hand side gave us. So we now can equate this right hand side to this left hand side by saying that the log of x plus x squared plus 4 base 10 is equal to the log of 5x base 10. At this point now we can, the logarithm can cancel the logarithm. That will drop the logarithm. So, and then have that x squared plus 4 is equal to 5x. What do we have to do now? Let's rearrange the equation so that we form quadratic. We get quadratic equation out of it. In rearranging the equation, we got that x squared, because when this 5x crosses this sign of equality, it becomes negative. It will carry negative sign. So we have that x squared minus 5x plus 4 is equal to 0. Now at this point, what do we have to ask ourselves? What are the two numbers that when we multiply them together we get positive 4, but when we add them together we get negative 5? Those numbers should be what? Negative 1 and negative 4. Negative 1 multiplied by negative 4 will give us positive 4. And negative 1 plus negative 4 will give us negative 5. With that, we can open two brackets and place each of these x into each of the brackets and one of those numbers into the brackets and each of the brackets, and then close the brackets. So we have that x, we opened brackets. One of the numbers was minus 1 and the other one was minus 4. Then we close the brackets, then equate them to 0, such that when x minus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. And when x minus 4 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 4. So the two numbers that satisfies the equation are 1 and 4. That is the answer. I hope it is not confusing. Now look at question number 4. You can pause the video and try this. Feel free to try it. By applying the first rule of logarithm, we have that this will be this over this, because this negative here will turn to division. Okay, in that case now, the log will drop as they will cancel itself, such that we equate the two arguments, where we have that this over this will be equal to what? 100. Then when you cross multiply, we have that 10 plus 9x is equal to minus 100x. So the next, you collect like terms. So after collection of like terms, we have that 100x plus 9x will give us 109x, while 1100 minus 10 will give us 1090. 1090 divided by 109 will give us 10. So it means that x is equal to 10. I hope it's clear. Okay, with what we have done so far, try this. Okay, thank you, and see you in the next class. Bye. If you found this video helpful, click on the like button, click on the subscription button, and click on the notification bell so that when next I upload new videos, you'll be notified to come and watch.